Hello everyone, good morning. Myself Naveen, working as assistant professor in Excel Engineering College, Namakkal. Okay, and I am handling Java in this semester. So for my students, I am recording the video. The topic is inheritance in Java. Okay, this is the most important topic coming under the OOPS concept. Okay, inheritance we already know. That is, we are inherit some futures of father and mother, and our father and mother inherit the futures of our grandfather and all. Okay, the likewise here also the same thing. Inheritance is nothing but the futures can be, that is the parent class futures can be inherited by the subclass. Okay, now the subclass can have the features of its own class as well as parent class. Okay, normally subclass we call it as it's a child class or derived class. Okay, like this we can call, and the base class we call it as superclass. That is superclass we call it as base class or parent class, anything we can call. And what's the main use of it is, that is the advantage of inheritance is reusability. Okay, that is reusability is nothing but, that is we can reuse the futures of our parents. Okay, that is the reusability. For example, your parent is staying in one home and you also go and stay in that particular home. Okay, that is the reuse. Okay, that for that you don't want to construct new home and you need to stay there. Okay, you can reuse the already existing home. If you want some futures, you can add into it. That is the reusability. The same thing here, we can reuse the existing class. Okay, what are the futures we have in the existing class we can reuse. If you want to add any other, that is more, you can add that. Okay, that is based on our wish. For example, parent class having variable I and j, and if you want the base, that is the subclass want the variable k, so they can initialize the value k and they can utilize it. Now the subclass can have I, j and k. Okay, three variables. Okay, and what's the syntax for Java inheritance? That is class, subclass name, extends, superclass name. Then inside it you can have methods, that is variable declaration, methods and fields. Variable declaration, okay, that thing we can do inside it. Okay, then syntax is class, subclass name, extends, superclass name. Okay, the extends is the keyword we need to use for extending the subclass. Okay, from that name itself you can easily understand extend means what. That is extending the futures of superclass to subclass. Okay, okay, and which one from which we are inheriting is parent class and which one is inherited, that is the inheriting, that is the child class. Then types of inheritance, it's having some types of inheritance. You can see what are the types of inheritance. Okay, first you can see single inheritance, multi-level inheritance, hierarchical inheritance, multiple inheritance and hybrid. Okay, totally we have 5 types of inheritance. Okay, in this the multiple inheritance is not supported in Java. For that we are using the concept called interface. Okay, I will tell why you are not using multiple inheritance. I will tell you. First we see about single inheritance. Single inheritance we have two classes, one base class and one subclass. Okay, that is subclass will inherit all the features of base class. That is class A is the parent class and class B is the child class. Okay, that is the class B inherit all the features of class A, and also it have its own properties. Properties is nothing but variables and methods. Okay, that is about the single inheritance. Then next, multi-level inheritance. Okay, here you can see level by level classes can be inherited. This is nothing but the class which is derived from another class, another derived class. Okay, a class which is derived from another derived class is the multi-level. Okay, that is, example, you are here and you inherit some features of your father and mother, and your father and mother will inherit some features of your grandfather and grandmother. Okay, that is the thing here, that is the multi-level. Okay, for example, the class, if example you can take class C having 2 acres of land. Okay, the class B owning 2 acres of land, class A also owning 2 acres of land. Okay, just assume. Now class A having how many acres? 2, class B 2, and class C also 2. Now you can see that after inheriting the features, now the class C having how many acres? It will have 2, and it will inherit the features of B, and B inherit the features of A. So 2 plus 2 plus 2, 6 acres. And compared to class B is having 2 acres and class A having 2 acres, so totally 4 acres, and class A having 2 acres. Okay, that is the class A 2 acres will be followed to class B having 4 acres, class B 4 acres will be followed to class C, okay, that having 2 acres, totally 6 acres. Okay, likewise the multi-level will work. Okay, this is the main concept of inheritance. Okay, the next one, hierarchical inheritance. Here also you can see that is class A, B and C. The class A is the parent class, class B and C are child class. Okay, here one parent class, and you can have any number of child class. Okay, here we are mentioning it as only 2 child class. Here you can have any number of child class. Example, you can take animal is a single animal, and you can separate it as cat, dog, goat. Okay, likewise we can have separate any number of subclasses will be there. Okay, the next one, multiple inheritance. Here you can see multiple inheritance having 2 base classes and 1 child class. Okay, here it's an example, but you can have any number of base classes. Okay, there is a multiple base class and 1 derived class. Okay, that is multiple base class and 1 derived class. Okay, example, father and mother, and child class is child. Okay, that is the child will access the features of father as well as mother. Okay, but this concept is not work here, because you can just take simple example, class A having variable I, class B also having variable I. Okay, now by using the class C, we are inheriting A as well as we are inheriting B, both of them having variable called I. Okay, after inheriting, now we are accessing the variable I using the object of C. Now we have confused about which I to access, whether class AI or class BI. There is a certain confusion is there. Okay, that's why they don't have the concept as multiple inheritance. So what they did is they go for interface. Okay, what will happen there means they have only abstract classes, abstract methods and final keywords. Okay, that is the variable is declared will be the final. Okay, that is you cannot change. Likewise the concepts will be there. Okay, that is after seeing the inheritance we will see abstract class, then later we will see the interface. Then you can easily understand why the multiple inheritance is not involved in Java. Okay, the next one is hybrid. Hybrid is nothing but combination of two or more inheritance. Okay, whether it may be single or multi-level, or it may be multi-level or hierarchical. Likewise, any combination of two or more inheritance is we call it as hybrid. Okay, simple. Okay, these are the some basics about inheritance and its types. Okay, then next we see some example for inheritance. Okay, here first we will see the example for single inheritance. Okay, here you can see class animal, that is a parent class, having one method called eat, and inside that we are printing as eating. Okay, here you can see this one is the parent class animal and y eat. Okay, and here you can see the child class is dog. Okay, that is you already know the syntax: class, subclass name, extends, superclass name. Okay, here class subclass is dog, extends, superclass name is animal. Okay, that is it will inherit the features of animal. Class dog inherit the features of animal, and what the method we are giving in dog is bark. Okay, actually the dog is going to bark. Okay, that we already know. Okay, and what we are giving in the animal, that is eat. That is all the animals will eat, that we know. Okay, and the dog will bark. Okay, now dog is inheriting the features of animal. Now what the dog will do is it will bark as well as it will eat. Now we can see that we can create one main class. Okay, and we have created object for the class dog. Okay, subclass dog, and we are accessing the features of that particular class. Example d dot bark. Okay, then you will get the output as barking. And also by using the subclass object we can call the parent class method, that is eat, d dot eat. Okay, it will call that eat method and it will print as barking and eating. Okay, this is the simple inheritance, that is having only two classes. Base class is animal and subclass is dog. Okay, that is superclass is animal and subclass is dog. Dog having only one property called bark. Animal also having only one property called eat. Okay, now what we are doing is we are inheriting the features of the parent class, that is animal. By that class dog extends animal. Okay, by that we will inherit the features of the class main class, that is the parent class. Okay, then by creating the object for the child class we are accessing the properties of parent class. Example d dot bark, bark is coming under child class, so there is no problem. And d dot eat, eat method is present in the parent class, so we are accessing the by using the child object. So this concept we call it as inheritance. Okay, the next we will go about multi-level inheritance. Okay, that is level by level. Okay, that is your grandfather, grandmother, then your father, mother, then you. Okay, likewise we will have derived from derived class, we call that as derived from a derived class. That is the chain of inheritance. Okay, that is, you can see that class animal is the main class we already saw in the single inheritance. The same class animal we are using here, and the same method eat. Okay, then here one subclass is class dog extends animal. Okay, the same thing followed in the single inheritance. Okay, the next multi-level, here only we are going to the concept of multi-level. We create another one class called baby dog. Okay, baby dog extends dog. That is, the baby dog is derived from the another derived class dog. Okay, baby dog normally what it will do? It will weep. Weep means it will produce some weep sound. Okay, then after that we will create main class, and by using the baby dog object we can access the future of dog as well as we will access the future of animal. You can see the example d dot weep, that is we are creating the object for baby dog d, then d dot weep, then d dot bark, then d dot eat. Okay, by using the object of baby dog we are accessing the future of animal as well as we are accessing the future of dog class. Okay, that is the multi-level inheritance that I already told, right? That is, you are having 2 acres and your father having 2 acres and your grandfather having 2 acres, means now totally you having 6 acres. The same thing here. Baby dog will, by using the baby dog we will access the future of animal and we also access the future of dog. Okay, this is about the multi-level. The next one, you can see that output is weeping, barking and eating. Okay, the next one, hierarchical inheritance. Here I already told, right? Okay, single base class, that is single parent class, then multiple child class. Here you can see that animal is the base class, then